Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another session of Sonja Seeker's Aromatherapy and Wellness. My name is Maria Talton, and this evening I am looking a hot mess for a reason. I'm looking a hot mess because tonight I'm going to show you guys how to use the ever popular, ever important, ever toxic purifying Bentonite clay as a mask. Now, I want to stress some things before I get started. Bentonite clay it's been out there for years. It's 100% natural. It is a calcium mineral clay, very soft, very fine. It is green. It is one of several all-natural 100% clays out there on the market. You have bentonite clay, you have kenylene clay, you have Egyptian silver clay, you have your green European mask clay, you also have a red Moroccan clay. All of these are amazing. I repeat, amazing for your skin. For tonight's purposes, we're going to work with bentonite clay, and I'm going to show you guys how to apply it, what happens to your face when you apply it, what to look for, and you're going to see a before and an after. And then we're going to talk a little bit more about uses of the bentonite clay, because it's not just for your face. You can use it internally. You can use it as a detox bath. You can use it for your feet. You can use it for your underarms. There are many, many, many uses to this amazing, amazing product. So let's get started. Okay. I have here my bentonite clay. Now, this is 3 tablespoons of bentonite clay. I don't know if you guys can see it. This is 3 tablespoons of bentonite clay, and I'm just going to dump that into my plastic container. And this is my plastic container right here. You can see my clay. You can see my clay on the inside. It's right here. Now, disclaimer, something you need to know. When you use bentonite clay, because of the fact that it is a mineral, it attracts and removes all the toxins and all the impurities of your system. So you want to stay away from metals. So when you're using this clay, you want to put it in a plastic, a wooden, a glass container. You do not want to use metal. And when you stir it, you want to use some type of plastic, or you want to use some type of wood to stir it with. Do not use metal. Metal is going to react with the clay, and it's going to defeat the purpose. So that's one of the things that you want to watch out for when you're using the bentonite clay. Now, I have my 3 tablespoons of bentonite clay here. And what I'm going to do is, in this little baggie, is my personal use of turmeric. This is standard turmeric. Organic, you can find it in any store. Mom sells it. Whole Foods has it. Giant has it. You can find it anywhere. And I'm going to take and I'm going to put I'm going to put 1 tablespoon of this turmeric, a half a tablespoon of turmeric in with the bentonite clay. And I'm just going to give that a gentle stir to get it mixed up. You don't need a lot, because the turmeric and the bentonite works together. So one thing to worry about, not really worry about, but be concerned about with the turmeric is turmeric will stain. So when you're using your clay, it can get kind of messy. You want to make sure that you are not using it in an area that can stain your clothing. And sometimes it'll leave a little residue inside of your zinc. So you want to make sure that those items there are taken care of before you start. So you want to wear something that you don't mind getting dirty, or like I said, the turmeric does stain your fingers and it does stain your clothing. So please, please, please be careful when you're using the turmeric. And I'm just going to mix this around, and I'm using just this little plastic teaspoon here. And I'm just going to mix that around. And now we're going to get our final ingredient. And this is not something you have to do. It's something that I choose to do. I use apple cider vinegar for most of my remedies, most of my regimens, most of my remedies. I use apple cider vinegar. So I always keep rags around. And I always use with the mother. And I just give it a good shake. And what I'm going to do is, I really don't measure. I'm going to pour. I'm going to pour this apple cider vinegar into my bentonite clay. And I pour like maybe 2-3 capfuls in. And something amazing is about to happen. You are going to hear the activation of the bentonite clay and the apple cider vinegar. It's going to sizzle. It's going to sizzle as it's starting to formulate. Now I use a brush to apply this. So what I'm going to do with this brush now is I'm going to take this brush and I'm just going to move it around. And move this clay and let it work with this apple cider vinegar until we get a nice little paste going. And some people like it really, really runny, and some people like it really, really clumpy. If you find that it is too runny for you, just add a little bit more clay until you get the desired consistency that you want. Now this is very, very loose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this time to add a little bit more clay to get it where I want it to be. I like it thicker, just a little thicker. So I'm going to add another tablespoon of clay to this mix. I'm going to mix it up real nice and fine. And it's starting to mix quite nicely here. So still it's not where I want it. So what I'm going to do is add even more. And what you'll find is if you have a lot of clay left over, you can refrigerate it. You can refrigerate it. You can put as much or as little as you need. Use as much or as little as you need. And go from there. You can refrigerate it. Me, I have a lot of different uses for it. Bentonite clay can be used on your skin, your scalp, your underarms. It neutralizes odors, body odors. It can be used all over your body. Now we're getting to the consistency that I want. You can see by my brush that it's starting to come out just the way I like it. A little thick, but not too thick that it's unworkable. And I'm just going to let that work for a little while. And just kind of go back and forth with it and make a nice little paste with it. One of the things I always talk about is a beauty regimen. Ladies and gentlemen, when you are doing a clay detox for your skin, your hair, your body, your feet, it takes time. You have to have time. So when I always, you've heard me say it 100 times, you must take the time out for yourself to make you the best you can be. All right, so here we go. We're going to start. And what you want to remember is when you apply this, you always want to apply it to clean skin. Now, my skin is clean. I don't have any makeup on. I don't wear any makeup. And I just came out of the shower not too long ago. So, my skin is clean. However, I do recommend that you use African black soap to start. And that invigorates your pores and gets them open. And it works very well with the clay. All right, here we go. I'm going to start by applying this in upward motions with this brush. And you can see a little bit goes a long way. And you just kind of take it and you paste it on to where you want it to go. Remember, I said it's a messy process, so be prepared for that. I don't know how many Picassos that we have out there, but I'm quickly becoming one with the use of this application. And by the way, this little brush I got right here, it actually came from the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to take it, and if you notice, I'm leaving the area by my nose for the last area. I'm going to hit my forehead first. And yes, I am incorporating my eyebrows, and we will talk about that in a little bit. If you have problem areas that you want to concentrate on, it is very important for you to do those first, because it allows the clay to penetrate the areas that you consider a problem area. Now, you do want to avoid your eye area, but things like the bridge of your nose, your eyebrow. Oh, I'm not as good as I thought I am, huh, guys? You want to avoid the eye area. I usually say get the eyebrow. And the reason why I say get the eyebrow is because of the fact that when you sweat and toxins, they get trapped in the lining areas of your eyebrows. So as you can see, you can put on as little or as much as you like. There is no rhyme or reason. It really is up to you how you apply this. I do like a thick paste. And my problem areas are right here in my forehead. Now here's the secret. And that secret is, you see me stopping at my hairline, but I don't have to. I can use this in my hairline and just rinse it out once I rinse my face. Because of the fact that bentonite clay is an amazing cleanser, it also cleanses your scalp. So all the dirt and the sebum and the toxins that get into your scalp on a daily basis and all the oil buildup that you get, the bentonite clay takes care of that for you. Now that this clay is basically applied, and I'm just making use of the clay that I have, I like to use it on my neck because I sweat. It is hot out, and I wear jewelry, and that jewelry irritates and gets dirt into the crevices of my neck. So I do cover my neck, but you do not have to. But this is just my beauty regimen. Once this dries, and it'll be about 5 or 10, maybe 15 minutes. If you have sensitive skin, I suggest you leave it on for 5 or 10 minutes. If you have normal skin, 10 to 20 minutes. But ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, you'll feel it. You will feel when it starts to work because your body will get a corkscrew effect, and you'll feel your skin tightening. That's the clay. So what I'm going to do, now that you see me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this dry. And once it dries, I'm going to come back with part 2. I'm going to rinse it off and let you guys see exactly what it did to my face and my neck, and how easy and how wonderful it could work for you. So if you have any questions, if you have any ideas, if you have any concerns, what you need to do is subscribe to my channel, which is the Sonja Secret Power Hour here on YouTube, and like the video, and just post your comments down below and let me know, or email me. You can always find the bentonite clay on my website at sonjasecrets.com, or you can come to the shop. And that shop is at the North Point Flea Market in the back, which is on North Point Boulevard in Dundalk, Maryland. And all that information is on my website. So if you're interested in learning more, I offer books. I've written an ebook about it, about all the different clays, a 7-chapter ebook that will tell you exactly what to do, how to use it, what to do once you have it, and the different variations and how and where you can use the different clays and where they come from, and what to expect. But this is getting a little tight now. I can feel it starting to dry. So I'm going to take this time to enjoy my beauty regimen, as I will hope that you do the same. And I'm going to come back with part 2, and then I'm going to rinse and show you guys what I look like. Okay? See you in a bit.